Okay, so let's do a bit of a cleanup work. So let's delete these. So we will delete all JS files and all map files. We will only leave the TS file, the files with the TS extension. So we're gonna go ahead and do no. We will go this one, this one, this one, and this one. Then we're gonna go ahead and say delete. Are you sure? Yes, I am absolutely sure. And then we're gonna delete main. And you're wondering, how? Wait, Derman, what are you doing? Why are you deleting the main? Didn't you just say that that's like the bulk of our app, that that's the main thing? Well, yes, but we have main TS where everything pretty much from here is basically whatever we need, our main file, that will be main.ts. This one we can remove for the time being. So main.js, main.js.map, and I believe that's it. Yep. So just go ahead and delete. Yes, once again, I am certain, and thank you, Windows, for that awesome sound that you make. So this one shall remain, this one shall remain, and this one shall remain. So let's just go ahead. I would just want to explain these two, and then we can basically go ahead and move on. So we have app component.ts and main.ts. So this one, app component.ts, and this one. So these are the two that I really wanted to explain. We can go ahead and begin with the main TS and some sort of a logical order, if you will. So this is where we start our application. We will import the bootstrap function and our app component, basically, right here. By calling bootstrap app component, we actually start our application. Why use bootstrap function? That's because bootstrapping is pretty much platform specific. Maybe we could use something, maybe we could use Angular 2 with something else like Apache Cordova or Ionic to run applications on mobile devices, or we could simply run Angular 2 on a server so we can pre-render the first pages that the user loads. This is not relevant for the time being. Bootstrapping is basically a platform specific, so we need the one for Angular. So Angular has its own bootstrapping thing, and we are importing it in this fashion along with importing the app component. So you have bootstrap app component here. This is a call and this is an import. So keep that in mind. So we are calling it here. We are calling it here, and here we are importing the necessary elements. Now, in the app component, here you're going to see some very familiar things. So here we create the app component class with export. We declare that this class can be imported to other files and be used. So in a bit of a counterintuitive fashion, I shall begin explaining it from bottom. It says here export class app component. And because it is stated that this is export class app, well, because we have the keyword export in front of a class, that simply means that this class can be used in other files as well. Without export, we wouldn't be able to actually do that. Well, not in the way we would want to anyway. So we also declare this class as a component. We will talk about components more in the next chapters. Now, what is familiar to you is this my app. So you have seen this in HTML. Let me just scroll down. God. Index HTML. There we go. So there it is. It says my app. And it says my app here. Coincidence? No. This is intentional. So basically, the selector for this component is my app, same as the tag of an element in HTML. Selector declares the name of the tag where Angular will make a component. So Angular will place the contents from the template inside my app tags. Basically, but we didn't basically include this file anywhere. Let's see how that actually works. So you see it says here template, and it says we have HTML tags, basically H1. And then it says my first Angular 2 app here. And then it says the selector is my app. So this is in regard to this part here. The first thing that you're going to see is loading. And once this is done, from the template shall be loaded in between these tags here, and you will basically see on the screen my first Angular 2 app. Let's go ahead and do that. Go into the Quickstart master folder and type in npm start and just wait for it. Sit back, relax, and wait. You can sing a song to pass the time if you like, or whistle, or do whatever you want. And there you go, it says loading, right? It says loading, and soon enough it's going to say my first, yep, there we go, my first Angular 2 app. So what has happened? You have the tags here, my app, and the first thing that's being displayed is loading, ... Okay, then we come to this part here. It says selector. Okay, my app. Look for it in the HTML code, find it. Okay, it's right here. And then insert in between the tags this template, basically, my first Angular 2 app. Simple as that. Now we will of course increase the complexity of this exponentially as we move along with our app, as we move along and progress with our application. But these are the basics of the basics. So gonna bid you farewell here, and we shall see each other hopefully in the follow-up tutorial.